Hello friends, and today we're going to model, guess it, another Carabiner. This dark one is the third part of the Carabiner series that we started a little bit earlier this week. And let's continue with this simple but little tricky shape in this part, because it's basically a screw mech here. So let's jump in this shape. First thing first, I will create the pipe, because it's generally a pipe. And let's take account that it's some type of this sort of bevels here. And let's just drop it like this. And try to bevel them accordingly to this mesh, like that. This one is going to be something like that. That one is going to be here. And that one is going to be regardingly here. Pretty cool one. And let me just position it in the center of the world, because it's a little bit offsetted. So I will just drop it like that and move it like that on the Z-axis here. Let's mention the sizes pretty quickly. So it's something about 7x4. It definitely should be bigger, so let's make it bigger. So the size here is about 3x6 centimeters. I think more like 4x6. Yep. And let's just adjust this thing to this sizing like that. Perfect. Let's delete this, we don't need it. And let's move this one a bit here, so we can match it like that. I think you can definitely make it a bit bigger. Yeah. And let's pipe it up. So I will press P, drop this little pipe, and just spice it up a little bit like that. Perfect. And I will just cut these things out to have this beautiful shape. Yeah, I think we should take this. We should take Ctrl R and cut it here like that. And this one we can pretty much leave as where it is. So I will take this shape and I will press Shift D to make a duplicate of it. And now I can take this one, isolate it, and Shift X this part. Shift J on a G0 and Shift J on a G0. Get out of the isolation mode. Take this thing, isolate it too, drop Shift J and Shift J. Perfect. Get out of the isolation and let's make it a little bit spicier here. So I will make this thing lower. Let me just hide it and just take it. Let's just try to make somewhere here. And this one is pretty much where I want it to be, so I will hide it and make this one lower just a bit like that. Alt H. Okay, so here we have nice intersection. And now we can create the circle here in the center of this thing. If we can't find the center, just drop a line from left to right here. Okay, I will take the line, here it is, and let me just position the circle in the center, like that. Make it a bit bigger. Yeah. Something like this. Okay, so I will go in this mode. Let's move this one here, and this is not supposed to be here. And now we need to drop another one, but take it like that and drop it somewhere here. Rotate it, take it, and move it on Y like that. And we pretty much done here. So let's select these two. Let's join them. GV, put it here and move it just a bit here. Nice. And now I can cut it. And I will do it with this thing. I will press G, V, V, put it here, move it in the center over here, make it a bit bigger, and make F and drop a thickness over here, like that. And now we can just boolean it out. Perfect. Delete this shit, we don't need it, and this line we also don't need it. Then we will take this thing, make R, V, put it here, and just rotate it a little bit like that. That's cool. More, yeah, that's good. You know, I think we need to drop it lower than this thing. And now we can generously bevel it like that. I think a little bit low, like that. Yeah, cool. That's pretty nice. Let's do Alt X of this thing. Q to merge it. Cool. And let's take our top part that we hide. Here it is. And we can basically boolean it out, but I definitely want to boolean it with a box. So let's take the edge, let's select this one and press Shift Space to position the construction plane. Then we will take corner box and make it C, central, and drop it like that. Let's just adjust it a little bit for our needs. I think we can take these 2 points here, press G and move it a little bit lower, like that, I guess. Yeah, something like this will work definitely. And these 2 points here, it's okay. Yeah, let's leave it like that. And now we can do a boolean. Let's drop it like that. And let's just select, delete this construction plane, hide this one, select this, Q, and that's good. Right click to apply. Okay, we don't need this box anymore. And we definitely want to make this two a bit close here, like that. Yeah, that's much better. I think, yeah, I think we should kind of like match them here. It's perfect. Maybe a little bit loosen. That's good. And let me take one of this, 2 of them here and here, Alt H, and let's just bevel them a bit to match this shape. That's cool. So now we have this interesting new type of shape here. Let's actually put this one a little bit higher, like that. And this one also should go a little bit higher, like that. And now we can try to rotate it. RV, put it in the center of this circle and try it. It's a bit lacking of space. Let's make it a bit more, like that. And let's check it out again. RV, put it here. Yeah, that's good, much better. Let's make these things a bit upper here, like this. And now let's make this one like that, maybe full. Yeah, that's cool. Full is cool. And these two should be full as well, I think. Yeah, pretty cool shape. Or no, you know, Let's make this more like that. Perfect. And let's make this one RV a little bit lower over here, and a bit, you know, SV, put it in the center and make it a bit smaller. Much smaller. Like this. That's good. And let's make a Boolean object here for that type of thing and delete this curve. Okay, I will position it somewhere here. And it will be our starting point for this Mac. Let me bring my reference back. So here is going to be interesting thing. I will just drop this. I think I will hide this one, and I will drop a circle here, which is going to match this thing RV. Put it like that, G, and let's drop it over here. And now we can scale it a bit. Yep, like that. And extrude it, just like this. But it's not in the center, not a big deal. G, double click it, move it here. Nice, this is the shape we are searching for. Let's make it a bit bigger. And let's make it a bit bigger here too. Okay, Alt H. That's good. Maybe we need to make it just a bit smaller to match this entrance here. Yeah, and drop it a bit lower. And that's what we are searching for. So basically this one should be in the center of this thing. And it will be like a bolt mechanism inside. Okay, let's hide this thing. And these two, they definitely should have this T-shape thing. So I will repeat this trick here. I will place the construction plane. So I will hide this thing. I will take this. I will drop Ctrl R, make it like this, and drop Shift Space. I have this nice construction plane. And now I will bring this pipe back, and I will create a central box again over here. Let me just make it like that. Position it in the center here. Let's make it smaller. Yeah, and I basically need to cut side of this thing to make this nice hole over there. And let's do it on one side and then repeat it with the mirror. So select Q, right click to apply. X, we don't need this thing. Alt X to this side, Q to merge it. H, select this one, tab, make it like this, and extrude it a bit like that. So yeah, we have this nice T shape. Alt X, and mirror it here. Alt H, let's hide this temp plane, let's hide the reference, and let's hide this bad boy. We select this, we select this. We press Q to boolean it, and we press T to keep tools, and right click to apply. Now I will hide this one and make this loosen a bit from the low. Let me just hide it from Alt H so it won't interrupt me. And let's make this loosen a bit too. Alt H, perfect. Something like that, not so much. Like this, just a little gaps. That's good. And let's drop some of bevels here. Let's do it from one side and then just mirror it like this. One over there, and here they should be the same, like that. And this one should be the same as well. So make them like this. That's cool. But not the same as this, just a little bit smaller. Okay, select 2, Q for merge, and that's good. Here we have it. The nice, beautiful shapes. What we can do next? Next is this part. Let's just make it the same vibe as the low one. I think this one will be cool. And yeah, we are pretty much done here. Let's just try to RV, put it in the center and move it. Yeah, I think just a bit more. It's not opening here, but it's opening here. Maybe it's okay for not opening it in this side, so it's closed always. Like if you want to open it, you can open it here, but you can't open it in that direction. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what we are looking for. So it's opened here, but it's closed from that side. Perfect. Just need to loosen it out from the bottom here. Let me hide this thing. I need to select all of these things, G, and just move it a bit lower. I think it's too much. Let me just do it like this. I think this should be okay. Let's check it out. RV, position it in the center. It's crucial. And just, it's not going there. It's going there. Perfect. Now I can do bevels here. Just the little ones. Like this. And that's pretty much it. I can also do some bevels here and there. These two things also should be beveled, and I'm not sure why they are not. Let's do it like this. And yeah, you can feel this beautiful flow over here. It's all doing this nice vibe. Let me just bevel it here. A little bit like that, and the same here, a little bit like that. Cool. I like it. Let's do Alt X, merge it, and Q. Oh, select Q, T, keep tools. Select Q, T, keep tools. Very good. Select these things and make a chamfer. This should be a little bevel, I think, and this should be a chamfer, just to spice it up. I think it will be much more cooler with this type of design. And let me just drop this thing like that. And I also want to make this and drop it inside a bit, or I want to do a E, change degree, and just make it like that. Yeah, this is badass. Let's Alt exit to another side, Q, merge it, perfect. We're in this nice type of flow. So it's basically it. The only thing is left is this type of top part. Let me just see it. Here it is. So it should be some sort of protection stuff. Let me just put it here. Should move low and then move up. So it basically should have this pipe, should have this spiral cuts over here. So it freely can go from up to down. So yeah, let's add them. And then let's add them on this thing too. Okay, let's hide this one. And let's do the spiral for this thing. F, spiral, this and low. And let me do it like, yeah, it should be on this radius. Yeah, let's do it like this. And increase spins here. So we need a lot of turns. Like that, I think. Yes. And make it a bit loosen here. Just select it. And let's make it G, V, put it here and move it over here. So we can freely move it over here. Open up this thing, yeah, and then just close it whenever we want. So I would basically move this guy here to make this type of spiral cut. And this one will be in this space. And I will do a pipe here. Let's make it super small, 0.3, like this. And let's do a 3. That's cool. Right click to apply. Let's hide this bastard for now. And let's just boolean this out. So I will select this, I will select this and drop Q. That's a nice boolean here. Right click to apply. Yes, that's cool. Delete this thing. Yeah, this is definitely what I was looking for. So, and now I want to select this and let's try to push it forward like that until it will be finished over here with this small shape. That's cool. And this one here as well. Let's just push it. Push it more. Push it until it will say you that you can't push it. Something like this, yeah. And now Alt H, take this thing and boolean it with this one. So press Q and T for keep tools. And now we have this outer thing that can be rolled over. And we can definitely try to make it, this one we can make a bit looser, I think. Now this thing should be beveled as well as this one, like this. And that's pretty much it. A nice shape, and it's going there and finishing somewhere here, just to close it up. But I think we can go a little bit wilder here. Yeah, so this top part won't actually work like that. It won't go there. So there will be a bigger hole, I think somewhere over here, just to cover this thing up. And it will be pretty much finished. Because when I look on this concept, there is no details, no things explaining how this thing is working. So I'm just think that it should be like that. It's just a concept, so we are creating here for something. Take this thing and do a offset here like that. I basically need this circle to measure. So I will create this one as a center and drop it like this. And now I can create a custom Boolean object Just drop it like that. And let's try to boolean it out. Will it work? Yes. And now I can just customize this thing with some bevels. More bevels here, or maybe it should be a chamfer. Let's drop a chamfer here. Perfect. Alt H, and yeah, here it is. So now we can screw it up on this spin thing, and it will work as expected. So G, we will just put it on the top, and here we go. And we end over here. It will just stop it with this thing. Here we have it. So the concept was lacking of this thing, or maybe it's working for some different mechanism, I don't know, but I made it like this. So here you go, here you have it. Here's your beautiful little asset that you can render in Blender and have yourself a nice render. And let's do a quick render of this bastard in the Blender. Without refaceting and all this stuff, we just drop it in the Blender, do a quick render using some interesting materials, and that's pretty it. No UV, no hard stuff. Let's open the Blender, connect the plasticity, so it will write you here to connect it. If you don't know how to install the bridge, I will drop it in the description. You can check the info about it on the official web of the plasticity, and you just install it. It's super easy. Hit the connect and then hit refresh, and your mesh magically appears here in the Blender. So what we are going to do next, I will use my, as usual, light setup, which you can freely download on the Gumroad. It's free. Link will be in the description of the video. And I want just add some interesting materials here that I already have in the scene, and I showed you a couple times how you can set up them. They are pretty basic. It's just some sort of combination from metallic BSDF, tangent for rotating this anisotropy effects, and all that sort of things. So I will just adjust these materials over here, and we will adjust them for ourselves a little bit later. Maybe we will create them from the scratch, just for something special here. If you're interested in like creation of this material from the scratch, I showed some of it in the video about the pager, so I will drop the link in the description. You can check it out too. And also I want to add here some ropes, because one of the subscribers asked me to put some ropes, and I will put some ropes using geometry nodes and the beautiful add-on that called DJH Strands modifiers. Check it out on the marketplaces, and if you like it, buy it. I will leave the link in the description too. What are we going to do here? I'm going to create a new collection for the rope, and I'm going to drop it somewhere here. And now I'm going to select everything from this thing and do a Ctrl P to the object. So I will rotate only one of these things if I need it. And I don't really think that I need to rotate it, because I will rotate the camera around the 3D cursor. Yeah, so if your 3D cursor not somewhere here, just press Shift C and it will go in the center of the scene. And then you need to rotate the camera a little bit to find some sweet spot for the render. Basically, I like how this thing look right now. I think let's basically put it somewhere like that, and maybe more from the bottom. because I saw a lot of renders of these carabiners, and people often love to put them like that when they are making some product renders. So we will save the file, and we will just try to create this interesting DJI Strands. Why not? To make some ropes here, I will just create the curve. I will use the pass, and I will put on the pass this beautiful modifier, and I will choose 2 rope. That's good, but it's too big, definitely too big. So I need to make it, I think, 0.2, maybe even less big. 0.1. This is much better. And I need to select my NURBS pass and make it bigger, so this thing start looking like a rope. Okay, let's position it somewhere like that. And I feel like I need to make it a bit bigger, a bit fatter. Yeah, just because all these carabiner ropes are, yeah, are pretty thick, you know? And just like that, maybe even like 0.23 or something like this will work much more interesting. 21. Yeah, let's do it 21. Okay, so I basically want it to be one from the top, one from the bottom, and yeah, let's just use the individual, let's just use a bounding box here like this. So we will rotate this guy something like that and just position it over here like this, and we can use some of this rope behavior. Don't afraid if it looks like that. It's not something that we should worry about now. Just to have this nice vibe of something is holding, and we can definitely duplicate it and move to other parts. Let's drop it like that to have even more of this tension. Nice. And now I want to add some randomness to them. So I will alter the seed and they will change. But because they are all in one mesh, yeah, I need to go to edit mode and press P. I'll select this one, press P. I will select this one, press P. And this one will be its own. So this one will be 2, not the correct one. This one will be maybe 4, and this one will be 0, and this let be 2. Okay, already much more interesting shape. So I definitely want to drop the resolution of this somewhere to 16, and let's kick it everywhere. And we can change count on some of them. Let it be 5 here, or maybe 6. No, I don't like it. Let it be 4. And this one can be, no, not 2. Let it be 9. It's pretty cool. Looking pretty amazing. Just need to adjust it a little bit here to fit the shape more. Something like this, yeah, would be perfect. And make it more straight here. So it will definitely give you more interesting result. Now we can play with the materials. Let's try, why not? So I will go here and let's begin from this one. Okay, I want to make it, yeah, it's red, but I definitely want to make it something else. Maybe not so red, maybe a bit darker. So here is the material, and all this bullshit is just a setup for the previous ones. So yeah, it's using a simple BSDF, but I want to try this one. So I will do Ctrl-Shift-D, use this tangent node, and I will put it over here and just drop it like that. And let's make it maybe something like this will work. It was a dark one, so let's make it this color. Wow, that's pretty cool color. And the tangent node here, it's basically like tangent, and you can just drop it here. So if I try to swap this one, nothing has happened, but if I drop the anisotropy very high, this one will change the flow of these things, and this one will change the position of it. So if I want them, I will use them, but for this render, I think without a lot of these things is much better. And I will just adjust it something like that and do the tint maybe on some golden stuff, or yeah, I think golden tint is superb here. And this part, yeah, I really like how it looks, but maybe I want to add some dirt to each, so I will do it like that, and I will use this one for dirt, and this little setup here is just a Perlin noise. You can edit preferences, add-ons, and noise nodes. Here is it. Just enable them, and you could find the Perlin noise over here, noise nodes, Perlin noise, and use it. Okay, so just simple color ramp, object, UV coordinates, all you need, nothing special here. And just play with this tension. So I think I don't need that scale. I will make it a bit bigger, something like this. Maybe more details. I will add it something like that to make it more crackles, because this part is definitely have some impact to it. It's definitely like something is moving, something is working. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking thing like that. And I will drop the level of anisotropy too. Or maybe I will try to play with these things. Yeah, maybe the Z will be pretty good. Look at this. Yeah, it gives superb result. Let's just try it. Yeah, and you can see how it moves this thing. So I just want to drop it. I think here it's pretty cool, like a nice position for that. We can leave it as it is, or we can make it darker, lighter, maybe a bit another color. But I feel like I want to leave it as it was, like this bluish. It's pretty cool. And I also will take these things, like the color ramp, this Perlin noise, and this guy, maybe together with this thing, Ctrl-C, and I will drop it to main shader here. Where is my output? Here is it. And I will put it like Ctrl-V. Let me just Ctrl-Shift and right-click to merge it together. If you can do that, just enable the node wrangler, edit preferences. I don't remember where it is, node wrangle, yeah, in add-ons, just enable it and you're good to go. And this one goes in the factor. And we will have something like that too. So like little crackles here. Maybe I don't want them to be so obvious, so I will make less of them, and I will make them less appearable here. So this black color, I'll just make it like this. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now it looks much more interesting. It's like a dirt here. Yeah, so if it's dirt, I think I don't need a roughness, a lot of roughness here. When I drop the roughness on this thing, it also looks cool. But yeah, there is some, I swapped them. Let's swap them. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking on my mesh and thinking that something is wrong here. Definitely need to swap them. Yeah, now it looks interesting because this black part is darkened. So it's basically on your taste. You can do it like that and have the dirt one, or you can have it another way and have the like painted effect that is crackled by the dirt of that thing. Yeah, and I don't think that I need an anisotropy here on this thing, because yeah, it makes it a little bit wanky, all this thing. We can leave it if you like it, but I think I don't want to have it, or I don't want to have it as much as it offers me. So yeah, we can just alter it a bit over here and maybe try to play with the roughness if we want. Yeah, so these type of things are very personal and individual. Just try to measure your vibe. You can leave it with these strange things, but then you can just cover it out with this thing and everything will be pretty much good. So nobody will see that thing. That's okay. Let's just move it a little bit. If you wonder what is that, it's a meshing tools, and the add-on is named a curve machine. If you like it, get it. It gives you a lot of freedom with curves. Just a lot of freedom with curves. Together with DJI, it's like madness. Okay, so oh my god, this thing looks super good. Like, whoa. Just from the plasticity, no refacets, no UVs, nothing here. There's nothing here. It's just these goddamn planes here that are not even connected properly. Yeah, so it's all up to you. You want cool render without any headaches, just drop it and render it. Okay, and let's drop the material for the ropes. Basically here you can use a material that the author offers us. It's very good. And you can drop it as a material here. So basically how I do it, I create the asset browser here. I go to DJH Strands, sorry. And I just drag and drop some of these ropes that I like. I just look what materials here, what's interesting materials. You can see interesting assets here. You can use them. It's pretty cool. I like this one too. Cable materials, rope materials. Let's just drop the rope materials and see what it offers to us. Like that. Oh, here it's appeared. And now we can use rope material here, and yeah, here you see pretty cool rope. We can also add a rope fuzz it will add some realism to it. Let's try it in the end. But right now I want to use attributes. It will actually allow us to control color of the rope, so we can alter it like we want to any color here. So I think this one is very nice. We can use it, we can hide it if we like. We can use like random, we can use mix. 3 colors. Yeah, you can see how that thing start getting in something super new, super cool. I just love this add-on. It's very cool. I don't know much about it. I'm not super expert in this add-on, but man, when I need to do something like that, it's just a game changer. Big respect to the author. Go check him out. It's amazing. I will leave the link in the description. Yeah, and let's drop something. We can drop the same ropes here, or we can try to make another ones. Let's try to drop some interesting thing here. I'll basically save it, so I won't lose nothing. And I will go out of the render mode and add the Djh Strand modifier, and I will choose this fuzz. When you added this fuzz, you need to tickle this output curve thing, so you will have this fuzz actually, and it's super big. Let's make 100 of it, not so much for now. And let's adjust the length and randomness and all these things. So I think the length should be 0.01, even less than that. So yeah, actually size is matters here, so I will just create brand new scene. I will take this thing, I will add the modifier, I will add that to rope, and I will add here some sort of strands, this fuzz. I will output the strands, and now we can definitely see how beautiful they are. So yeah, now I will Control C this thing and just drop it back here. Okay, so here is the size that we need for that thing. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this one, because this one are not adjusted properly. Yeah, we only have one. It's not a big deal. I will just replicate it here and then position everything like it should be. So I will turn off the fuzz for now, and I will copy all these things and these attributes, and I will also copy the settings. So yeah, let me drop the attributes here, and I will need the material here. Good. And now I'm not gonna change the radius and all these things. Yeah, we'll have it the standard one. I will just change the scale and it won't affect anything after. So yeah, I need to do a 9 strands here. Let's drop a 9 strands like that. The resolution is going to be 17, the same as that thing. Let me just make it something like that. And material should be rope. And we also use the fuzz material on the fuzz, so just find it here and drop it. And now I obviously will see it like that. Yeah, perfect. Now it looks cool. And let me see it in the render pretty quickly. Does it have the same thing? Yeah, it's pretty much the same. So yeah, now I will just replace it. So I will make it smaller over here. Let's match the size of it to this thing. And I won't apply the scale, just to preserve everything about this strand. And I think I will change this strand to all of these ones. More sexy here, like this. Perfect. Maybe put it inside a little bit so it's a little bit squeezed here. Yeah, that's cool. And let's drop the fuzz. Yeah, now it looks good. So here's the thing, and I will create here an empty like this, and I will just assign it to the object. Yep. And make the effect radius a little bit lower, so I will only see it in the render, basically. Give me a bit more of it. Yeah, something like that. Good. And I will assign it to every one of it. So yeah, definitely don't need this too. We'll just reposition it with these guys. But god, I love this one. This looks so good. This is superb. Okay, let's continue here pretty fast. Yeah, I don't need so much fuzz here. I will just reduce the length of it. Just make it a small fuzz here. Yeah, something like this. And I will reduce the radius of this thing too. Something like that. And I will reduce the fuzz randomness too. Like this. And I also want to match this thing. Like this twist. Let me just twist it more. So it actually matched the pattern of this thing. Yeah, now you see how powerful is this one. Yeah, now they matching it. And that's pretty cool looking. Yeah, that's good. And let me just make them 9. Yeah, that's good. Let me just make them thinner, like this. Maybe add a bit of thickness here, so I can actually see them from far, because it's definitely not gonna be seen here. Let me just make it, yeah, like 2.0.3. Yeah, much better. I can see something here. And also, yeah, I want just to copy this thing to all of these places. So let me just do a Shift D here, and I will put it here. And they have the same adjustments to the same empty, so it's not a big deal. Okay, and let me just change some of the settings for these strands, and we're basically done here. So I want them to be, this one I want to be bigger, like 3 or 4. Let it be 4. And this one I want to be 6. Let's do it like 6. That's cool. I will also drop here the count of these things accordingly, like 6 and 4. Let's leave it like that. And I also want fuzz count, I think here like 3000. I think I want to drop it up dramatically everywhere. 6000, I don't know, 4000. Maybe 8. Let's try it. Yeah, that's cool. And maybe we can reduce the length here a bit. And the randomness. Or no, you know. Maybe it's cool, like it was. Yeah, you know, from far away it looks pretty goddamn good. And here, yeah, let's drop 5000 here. Or maybe even 8000. Nice. Let me see the threads. Yeah, it's following the pattern a bit. Just adjust it for your likeness. Twist it a bit more if you don't like the result somewhere. I see no fuzz here, definitely. $6,000. Yes, and I will see it. Yeah, and they are pretty cool looking when you kinda lighten them from behind, like here. But we will, I think, need a different light for that. Just one little light that will make this thing pop a little bit more. Okay, I definitely want this one be different color. Just don't want them to be the same one. Yeah, let's make it, not sure. Let's just try to drop it in some pinkish colors. Yeah, I think this will be cool. Maybe some purple ones. Yeah, like that. Not so bright. And the secondary color, let's do it a bit white or maybe yellow. We can even swap the materials here. Let's check it out. Whoa, I like that one. Let's leave it on that one. Yeah, this is cool. We will definitely need less of these things. I think 4000 and 0.1, 0.25, something like that. Yeah, just a little bit of them. That's badass. I like it. Maybe not so major fit in there. Yeah, like that. Much better, in my opinion, or maybe something like this. Yeah, you just need to put it here and there and look how it good. Is it good? Is it bad? Just feel that thing. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, I want to swap the color here too. Maybe to something white or gray. Nah. Know what? Let's actually change it to something like that. Why not? It's not super similar to this thing. And let's make the count of these guys a little bit less. 4,000. Nah. Let's leave it on 6. And let's make them not so much. Like this. And this thing should be like this. Yeah, this is much better. A little fast there. And drop the radius to something like that. Yeah, much better. But I'm not sure about the color here. I'm just not sure. This type of greenery, yeah, this one is cool. Okay, so here you basically have it, and let's just drop the last light here and check it out. So I will take my lights, I will move it very, very, very close here, and I will try to lit only the strands. So I'll just put it here. I don't want to lead this thing. I think that I don't want to do it. Maybe it will look cool when I will have some light of like that over here. It also gave some interesting patterns. Let me just adjust it like that. You know, actually, I don't want to drop any of the collections. I just want it to be like that. Yeah, that's cool. I definitely want to make just one for that. Just to have one. Let's try it. I will take the light. I will take all of these bad boys. And I will drop light linking. And drop these 3 things in there. Yeah. So now it leads only them. And nothing else in the scene. If I just drop it off, it will lead everything else, but not the guys. Okay, perfect. And let me just lead them from behind like this. It's pretty nice one. Yeah, they're just standing out more here. And maybe I don't want to use it on the top one. I'm not sure. Yeah, definitely don't want the top one to be affected by that. This is the low one. It's 0.3. Let me just exclude it. And let me just Shift D this thing, make it the unique collection and invert it here. And I will just use that one for this badass here. Like that. And I definitely don't want so much of it. Let's just reduce it to 0.12. Yeah, let's do it like that. Maybe I just want a 3D cursor and rotate it a bit here, a bit there. Yeah, no, this one is pretty cool. Maybe it is, or no. Yeah, I like how the light is kinda flowing lower there. Maybe I can just move it like that a little bit, just to, or give it some more of that. Yeah, just have this nice thing. I like it. Okay, so here is basically it. Maybe I will only try to move these ones in the different positions. What do you think? Yeah, this is good. I like it. Maybe I just make it like 0.2, not so hard here. Yeah, and that's basically it. So yes, here you have it. Here's your beautiful mesh straight out of Plasticity, and here is it. Here's your render if you followed along, and if you have the strands. If you don't have them, it's not a big deal. You can download something like that, or just drop some of this. Yeah, I think I will add even more of these things. I want 9,000 here. I want 9,000. Definitely want 9,000. And I want it to be a bit more, like 0.4. Like that, so I can actually see them. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so if you don't have them, it's not a problem. You can always buy them from the DJH, from DJH Strands. Yeah, just Google it and you'll find it, and I will leave the link below, so you will see how cool can be using them. And definitely you can try to make them by yourself. I think he has some videos on his channel about these setups and stuff, so you can make it for free for you. Yeah, even if you don't want to bother yourself with all these ropes, you will have the beautiful assets right of the Plasticity. So yeah, little about render settings. I already told about them in previous video about the pager, Y2K pager, so you can check it there, or you can fastly like look here. It's not super mathematics here, it's just something like that. You can replicate everything if you like. I use cycles, light pass on 32, transparent, direct light, indirect light. Everything else is pretty much basic. 1.5 here if you want less sharper result, 2.7, your choice. Transparent if you want transparent. That's all. Persistent data, just for good luck. And something like that on the output, just AGX, medium, high contrast, sRGB. That's all you need. That's all you basically need. If you want something fancy, you will definitely use ACEs and EXRs. So I can cover these topics a little bit later. Have fun, model cool things, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.